Hi YouTube, so my name is Elizabeth and I am a labor and delivery nurse and childbirth educator, also known as Nurse Save here on YouTube and Instagram. My video today is going to be one that is a kind of a reaction to everything that's going on in our world right now. I got a comment on a video about 10 months ago for a video suggestion, and I'm going to read you guys the comment because I never made a video on this, and I'll read you my response as well. And I just want to kind of go from there and just have a little discussion. I really love your videos. I do have a request that is a little hard to cover. Could you cover the difference between care and gentleness between minorities and others? I have talked to others and even professionals in the field that say that there are a big difference in care. Even I, who had a child 8 years ago and am currently pregnant, get most of my best information and questions to ask from you. I've even changed my OB and I still get kind of pushed to the side. I even feel conflicted to contact my OB with questions and concerns because it seems like I get on her nerves or something like that. Please let me know or do a video. I know that I'm not the only one who feels this way, and you really are a great person and you seem very unbiased. I'm going to read you what I responded, and then I'm going to tell you what I should have done. So in my response, I said, I would love to make a video on this, but I also feel like I might not be the best person to talk about it since I am a white woman. But here's what we know. Women of color are dying and suffering from complications at a higher rate in the US than white women, regardless of their socioeconomic status. This is, in part, due to racism, plain and simple. Often not 100% intentional, but in the subtle undertones of not listening to patients. It is not okay. Even if this care does not negatively impact the patient's physical health, it still impacts the care and compassion that they received. I think the best thing we can do as providers is to recognize biases we have and call out others when biases in their speech and action are witnessed. I fear I might not be the best person to talk about this since I am a white woman. And that's kind of been a fear that has kept me from saying things in other videos too, or just kind of glossing over that. In my postpartum warning sign video, I mentioned that Black women are more likely to have complications and to die after having a baby than white women. And we know that that's true. And even if you control for socioeconomic factors, for education level factors, for comorbidity, it's still true. Black women are afraid to go into the hospital to have babies because they are 4 times more likely to die than a white woman. And their babies are 230% more likely to die in their first year of life. I mean, we know that Black women are going to be the least heard in a hospital setting. And we know that when we don't listen to our patients, that's when preventable, catastrophic events happen. And that's not okay. And we need to change. And I'm not here to say that I have all the answers or that I'm perfect, because I'm not. I've had these questions before. I've had questions concerning, I'm afraid to go to the hospital because of the color of my skin. And that shouldn't be something that makes us afraid to go to the hospital. We should be afraid to have a baby because we're afraid of tearing, or because we're afraid of how the contractions are going to feel. Nobody should be afraid to come into the hospital because of the color of their skin. And I think the majority of us in healthcare would really like to look at those statistics and say, well, it's not me. I'm not racist. We need to choose every day not just to not be racist, not just to be colorblind, because then you don't see the racism around you, but to be actively anti-racist. And I'm going to do that. I know that a lot of my coworkers are feeling the same way. We need to do better. We will do better. And I'm going to link some resources down below for you guys. Seeds from the month of June that I make on this channel, I'm going to be donating to a few different venues. One of them is a non-for-profit organization in my town that provides free doula services to women of color, because one way that we know we can help women be heard is by having doulas to help support their labor and help them make decisions in their labor. And I'm also going to be donating money to the George Floyd Memorial. And I'm also going to be donating money to the Know Your Rights camp. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope that it's given you some thought in times when you can pause and think about your implicit biases and how you can work on correcting those and strive every day to continue to do better. Because when we know better, we do better. Thanks, guys.